Hi everyone, I'm Peter, and in this video we're going to look at how you can get started using Linux on your Chromebook, which is really useful for development work, but also opens up a wide range of apps you can install on your Chromebook. So let me share my screen with you and let's get started. The first thing we need to do is go down to the bottom right, click on the time, and now let's go to settings, which is this gear icon here. And over on the left hand side, we've got Linux. And then all we need to do is select turn on, and then a wizard pops up which will guide us through the process. So this is just warning us that installing Linux will download 450 megabytes of data. So let's select next, and now let's give it a username. I'm going to go with a recommended disk size, although you can select your own custom disk size depending on how much space you've got available, but I think 7.5 gig will be absolutely fine. And let's press install. Now give us a few minutes, it will depend on your connection speed and the speed of your Chromebook. Great, so now we've got a fresh install of Linux. This is running Debian 10, so Buster. The first thing I want to do here is just make sure it's all up to date. So to do that, let's type in sudo apt-get update and sudo apt-get dist upgrade. Now let's press Y for yes and hit enter. And this will just take a few minutes to update all of our packages to the latest version. Great, so that's finished. Our Linux VM on our Chromebook is now up to date. Now let's try installing a piece of software. So in this example, I'm going to install Gimp, which is an open source image and photo editor. So to install Gimp, all I need to type in is sudo apt install Gimp. Hit enter, press Y for yes, enter again. And now it's going to go off and download and install Gimp for us. So let's give this a few minutes and come back. Amazing, so Gimp is now installed. So to find it, if we click down here and go and view all of our apps, you'll notice we've got a new Linux apps folder here. So in here we've got our Linux terminal, and we can also see Gimp. So let's select this and launch it. There we go. We now have a fully fledged, locally installed image and photo editor on our Chromebook. Okay, let's close this. And next, I just want to show you a few ways to customize the look and feel of a Linux terminal before we move on to installing a couple more bits of software. So if I go down here and right click on the terminal app, the first thing I want to do actually is I'm going to pin this to my shelf so I always know where it is. And let's right click it again and go to settings. So in here we can customize the theme. By default it would be the dark theme. There's a light theme. You can go classic. My personal favorite is dusk. Or if you want to, if you scroll down here, you can create your own custom bespoke theme personal to you. Over on the left hand side we've got keyboard and mouse settings. So this essentially lets you turn on various keyboard shortcuts and customize how the mouse behaves and how copy and paste works in the Linux OS. And on behavior, we've just got a few more options we can customize. Another thing I really like about the Linux terminal is the ability to add extra tabs up here. So I find this really useful if I'm connected to multiple servers over SSH, or if I've got a couple of different things on the go on my Linux VM. It's just really useful to be able to make extra tabs. And just like in Chrome, you can grab one of these tabs and drag it to make a separate window. So then we could have one snapped over here and the other snapped over this side. Next, I'm going to take you through how to set up a web server using NodeJS and have that running locally on your Chromebook for testing purposes. So to install Node.js, just like installing Gimp, we just type in sudo apt install and then Node.js. Hit enter. Let's press yes and enter again. So this is a much smaller install, so it won't take very long. Great, that's finished. So now let's create a test page to try out Node.js and get it serving up a web page to our Chromebook. Okay, so in this case, I'm going to just use vi to make a new file and edit this, and let's just call it test.js. And this example is from W3 Schools, and it's just a simple classic hello world example just to test that our local web server, which is NodeJS, is running. Okay, now let's save this. So do a colon and WQ to save. And now let's just try launching Node with our test.js file. Let's hit enter. Okay, so now if we go into Chrome, let's open up a new window. And I'm going to type in my local host address, which is 127.0.0.1, and we set Node.js up to listen on port 8080. And there we have it. Hello world. That is a very quick way of creating a local web server on your Chromebook for testing purposes. This is only available on your Chromebook. If you wanted to make it available to other computers on your network, what you could do is if we go back into the settings page here and go into the Linux option, we've got various options down here, but the one I just wanted to point out here is port forwarding. So if I wanted to make this available to other machines on my local network, I can just add a port forward in here. And to add a port forward, I'll just press add and type in our port number we want to forward and press add again. Great, we're making good progress. So the last thing I just wanted to show in this video is how to install Visual Studio Code, which will make development work on a Chromebook, especially for web development, a lot easier. So to install this, we need to open Chrome again, and let's do a search for Visual Studio Code download. So let's go to the download page, and the package we need to select is this one. Okay, so it's downloaded. The next thing we need to do is go to the Files app on the Chromebook, and then go into the Downloads folder. And there's our file we just downloaded. So let's double click this file and press install and press OK. And now let's go back to our Linux apps folder. And if I click in here, there we go. We've got Visual Studio Code installed. So let's launch this. Okay, so let's now just try making a blank file. And I'm just going to show you where these files get saved. So we've got a file save as, and this will bring up the shared area between my Chromebook and the Linux VM. So we can see our test.js file we made earlier. Let's just give this file a new name, test2.js, and hit save. And if we bring the files app back up, let me just show you where these files exist in here. So under downloads, we've got Linux files. And here you can see the two files we've saved in there. So if you wanted to make other files available from your Chromebook to the Linux VM, you simply just have to move them into this area. And if I bring my Linux terminal back up and type in pwd to show our current directory, you can see that this shared area is just my Linux user's home directory. So under home/Peter for my username. Well, that's it for this video. I do hope you found it useful, and hopefully it's inspired you to explore using Linux apps on your Chromebook. Thank you for watching, and please do subscribe to my channel.